Hey, did you know you can go to colinmullen.com in order to get art and art prints? It's the point of the website and also the point of this channel. Not that you can get art prints here, but you could watch me do art, which is what you're about to do. Enjoy. So hey everybody, real quick before I get started on talking about today's subject matter, I just wanted to tell you about this charity event that is going on, ending today. It is available on the twitch.tv/varietyishope. You can also follow the Twitter account, VineSauceIsHope. To have information on it. We're raising money for the Pediatric Cancer Research Foundation, which is an awesome charity. We do it about this time every year, so just go ahead and follow that Twitter if you're not already, so that way you can know when we do it next year, which is probably about now-ish. Anyway, let's talk about today's thing. So there's this thing with especially people who want to do better at art, especially when they're first starting. There's a certain jump that you make from just, doing whatever and becoming actually, invested and checking and seeing what you're doing good and what you're doing bad in your art. And what ends up happening is you see all of the little flaws in your art and you start to get really hard on yourself. And for some people, it's pretty easy to push past that. It's real easy to just ignore the fact that, you're not doing everything perfectly yet, which I've already done a couple videos on. But this is, I don't know, maybe this framing will be helpful to people rather than the way I framed it in the past. Let me put it like this. It is fine to critique your art and go, hey, there are things I need to improve on. There are things that I'm not doing right. There's parts of this drawing, painting, song, whatever, that I don't like. This is a new song, by the way. I finally made one. I've been streaming that on Twitch. Eventually was able to do it just by, letting go and just being like, it's okay. It doesn't have to be super perfect. Anyway, the thing I want to say is, if you were to say the stuff that you're thinking about your art, or this is kind of just good general life advice, honestly. If you were to say the kind of stuff that you say about your art out loud to another artist, someone who's doing almost or exactly the same kind of quality art that you're doing right now, if you were to say that stuff to them, would that be helpful? Is that a helpful way of describing what's going on with their art and to help them get better? Just being like, oh man, this is crap. You don't know what you're doing. This is ugly. Why would you do that? It's boring. Whatever the thing you're saying to your art, would that be okay to say to other people? Because if it's not, then it's not actually critique. It's just you being hard on yourself and bringing yourself down a peg. There's a line between that and understanding, okay, there are flaws in my art. The hand is drawn funny. I need to draw hands better. I need to learn to draw hands better. I will go and learn about how to draw hands. I've done a video on that. That's not actually meant to be a plug for that, but you know what, anyway. My point is that it should be along the lines of, I see that there are problems with this. You shouldn't ignore the problems in your work. There are problems in this work, in this painting that I'm painting right now. I see them right now, obviously, while I'm recording this. But you accept that there are problems with your work, and then you move on, and you decide, okay, here we go. We're gonna go learn about how to get better at that, rather than trying to beat myself up about it. Because saying things like, I'm no good at this, I'm bad, this looks like crap, etc., just makes you feel bad, which means you don't get better at art. Because you don't want to get better at art, because every single time you try and get better at art, you just end up beating yourself up and telling yourself how horrible you are. It's like, well, what was the point of that? I don't know what the point of art is for you, why you're trying to do it, but that is not something I need in my life. That's not something that I want from art and doing art. So I don't recommend that. So for me, when I screw up, when I do something bad, when I see something go wrong, I want to find out, but I want to frame it in the context of, what can I do better? Where are those flaws? What is wrong with it? How do I fix it in the next one? Because it has to be the next one, because your paintings have to end at some point. That's why this song is finally released. Anyway, this is a bit of a rambly one, but just a way that maybe helps you look at your art in a different way, and hopefully allows you to be a little bit kinder to yourself. Because, geez, I don't know if you guys have been having the same year that I have, but yeah, we all could stand to be a little nicer to ourselves and just nicer to each other right now. Anyway, let me go ahead and thank the people on Patreon who are making these videos happen, because it is a huge, huge help. And if you want to join them, you can go to patreon.com/RevScarecrow and chuck in a couple bucks. Anyway, thank you to the following people. Starting with Wapfu. Thank you, Wapfu. Thank you, Top Houndor. Thank you, Tino Kill. Thank you, Targo. Thank you, Spiral. Thank you, Spencer Kane. Thank you, Punkster. Thank you, Phlenixia Theoran. Thank you, Orthogonal Caster. Thank you, Mortibus. Thank you, Micah. Thank you, Maliciousness. Thank you, Lost Nevada. Thank you, Kayla Hollinger. Thank you, Katana Squirrel. Thank you, Holgen. Thank you, Duxu. Thank you, Dragon. Thank you, Chiptune Glitch. Thank you, Cappy Rose. Thank you, Bubba Fair. Thank you, Bep. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Amber. And thank you, Ants! I actually recorded this one like later in the day, so maybe my neighbors won't hate me for screaming first thing in the morning. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, let me know. And also, let me know things that you want me to talk about in the future. Ultimately, I just want to know what you guys want to know about and what kind of things that you are curious about or things that you want to have my input on. It helps to just know what kind of direction you want me to take this channel, so I can be helpful to you guys in general. Thank you guys for just dropping by, watching this video, and drop by that charity as well. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.